Skye Squad, we are in the building with memberships. Oh yes, it's your boy DJ Richie Skye, and we are getting these memberships popping. Now, what does that mean for new members to the channel, okay? Well, first things first, I want to say this. It ain't nothing gonna change here if this ain't in your budget, because guess what? I know sometimes we need to ball on a budget. But for those of you who can and want to throw a little extra at the channel for some support, we're gonna also give you some extra reviews and content that I wouldn't normally put on the channel or on my backup channel. So like movie reviews, other television shows that we may not necessarily normally cover, and at a different level, we can also do members only chats. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might be in the bathtub and want to have a little chatterization with you. You know what I mean? Sometimes we might want to just touch on a subject that we wouldn't normally talk about. Sometimes I might want to put an extra long podcast with a very special guest on here. Who knows? It's about to be on and popping with these memberships. So listen, go on ahead, get your membership going. And if you can't, guess what? I understand and respect that too, because guess what, baby? I understand your budget. And we're gonna, support those people who might not wanna do it right now, but if you choose to do it in the future, guess what? Your boy thanks you, okay? And this goes to support the continued growth of this channel. All right, so get your memberships on. I appreciate y'all so much, and I love y'all. Y'all know how we always do it on this channel. We're gonna keep doing the doggone thing. Skye Squad, I'm gonna catch you in the next video. We in the building, Skye Squad. What's going on? Happy Monday to y'all. Glad to be back live with y'all in this good jamboree, baby. Got a little commercial going on for the memberships. Inventing and a membership is up right now. Thank you so much, boo. We appreciate you and welcome you to the squad. To the squad, man. To the squad. Listen, in that chatterization, let me know where you guys are watching from. Y'all know we like to know where our people are from, right? Okay, let us know where you're from in that good chatterization. Okay, let us know where you're from in that good chatterization. Now, side note, shout out to Simply Shamar for yesterday letting me know that good Kandi Burris and Don Juan was doing the live yesterday down to the YouTube, baby. Let me tell you something, okay? It was good. It was good, y'all. It was good. Kandi and Don Juan and them spilled a lot of tea, baby. They called out a lot of bloggers and, media outlets and had some nice things to say, because what I do like about them is that even though you might say something that might be a critique of them, they could take it with a grain of salt, baby. They could take it with a grain of salt. And one of the things, hey, KM, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Hey, another new member. Thank you, mom of two boys. We appreciate you as well. Listen, the thing that I appreciate about Kandi and Don Juan and them is they can take the feedback and they can keep it moving, keep it pushing, baby. Keep it pushing. The other tea that we got, y'all, yesterday is that this show, Kandi and the Gang, is slated to be 10 episodes. 10, not the 8 that we thought. It's gonna be 10 episodes long. So that's a lot of weeks, y'all. And she was asking, did the people want them to have a reunion? Let them know. Y'all gotta let them know. Go head over to that video when we finish. Go ahead and put your purple heart down if you want them to do a reunion for Kandi and the Gang, okay? Now, with that being said, I see you, Victoriaville, California, Bowie, Maryland, Los Angeles in the building, the 314 day. Okay, happy 314 day. Who else? Nova Scotia, California. I see you, Seattle, Columbus. Hey, Tish P, how you doing, boo? Happy Monday from Bermuda. Hey, Alabama. Come on now, Jericho, Illinois. Hey, Tennessee, Jersey, Phoenix, Alexandria, Virginia, Palm Beach, Georgia, Jamaica's in the building. I see you, Houston, Arizona, Tennessee. Come on now. Hey, T-Nuts, how you been? How you been, boo? T. Willis says no reunion. Charlotte, DC, Wichita, New York. I see you. Hey, Judy G. We welcome you, baby. We welcome you. All right, let's get into this thing. We got the tea out the way. 10 episodes. Now, chime in if you watch this episode, because y'all know how we do it. every episode that we review, we're going to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay. We're going to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. And we're going to, do our rating of the episode right now. Baby, chime in and let me know what you guys would rate this episode of Kandi and the Gang. We're talking about episode 2. And I want to know what you guys will rate it in the chat. Now, we got a 7. I see a 9. We got an 8, 8.5, 6, 6, 8.5, 6, 7, 8. I'm calling out the wrong numbers, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm out of order. Aja 8.5. The chat moving fast. Thank y'all so much for. Okay. So around 7 to 8 is what I feel like a lot of you guys are giving it. And I'm going to give it an 8.5. Let me tell you why I'm going to give it an 8.5. We were introduced to some new characters last night. We got some pretty explosive moments last night, okay? Aunt Nora being the one of them, okay? Aunt Nora don't play no games, baby. Thank you. Aunt Nora is what took it from an 8 to an 8.5, okay? Yeah, man, it was interesting. We really got to meet more of Melvin and Patrick last night. I don't think did we see Patrick last episode? I do appreciate them not overwhelming us with all these new characters in the first episode and kind of doing a little piecemeal introduction, okay? Piecemeal introduction. So let's get into the show, all right? Now, we meet Patrick, who is Kandi's cousin. We learned that that's Aunt Bertha's grandson, and he manages the parking lot, and he lives with cousin Melvin. Now, Patrick, he a rather muscular guy, I would say. You know, I could see maybe why the ladies might find him attractive or whatever. We also learned later on that he had used to date Chandrika, but that didn't work out because Chandrika said he not that experienced for her. But he clearly experienced enough for Safari. Thank you, T-Ness, for becoming a member. We appreciate that. Safari, who is, and also we learned that Patrick is a former self-proclaimed hoe. Now, I don't know how good his hoeing was because Chandrika has said that he want that experience. Now, either Chandrika is real experienced and he just on a moderate level hoe, okay, from his former days, but I don't know. But I can't really give you a hoe title if your hoe factor is here, okay? In order for me to really give you the hoe title and for you to give it to yourself, your hoe got to be up here, okay? Your hoe level got to be here. And Chandrika said his experience was here, which tells me that your hoeing ain't up to here yet, okay? So Patrick, in order for you to call yourself a former hoe, your hoe got to be up here, not here, okay? Vanessa, you can just hit that join button down below, okay? Just go and hit that join button down below. Okay. Now, and trust me, with regards to the title, we're going to get into the alleged underpayment of it all, okay? Oh, yes, the hoe factor, y'all. The hoe factor, all right? Anyway, Melvin is either Kandi's cousin or godson, okay? He was a light-skinned one, and he is the kitchen manager. And Kandi be feeling like Todd be too hard on Melvin. But we also learned that Melvin does all the cooking in the house for Patrick. I don't know why they still live. I mean, well, they're only in their 20s, so I feel like it's fine for them to live together at this point in time, right? That's still appropriate age to have a roommate and they family, so I feel like it's okay. Okay. But I do wonder how much y'all getting paid to do this show. Because, you know, for a first season, most people make about, I thought that LaToya forever had said something about $1,500 or something, or somebody had said something like that for her, but she was just a friend of the show when she was on Atlanta. But I know typically first season housewives used to make about 3,000 per episode. So I'm wondering how much these people are making per episode. I don't know. Anyway, T-Ness sounds like Patrick needs some lessons in hoeing. Probably, yeah. But he can't. It's too late now because he was Safari. All right, who I think we're gonna meet later. All right. Now, Monique, okay, Monique and Brandon meet up for a date. Actually, before I even talk about that, I got to prepare the visual, and I should have brought it up earlier because this visual to me, it took me all the way out. It took me out of here. Give me 1 second. I got to pull it up. Don't go nowhere. Let me pull up this visual of Monique, okay, and Brandon on the date. Now, okay. And then thank you, Boo, for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Yes. Hey, Judy G, new member. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. Now listen. This how the date ended with Monique and Brandon. All right. So they meet up for a date. She's interested. We learned that Dominique is interested in getting away from OLG to go on tour. Now, let me just tell y'all something. I ain't ever in my life had a job where I literally said out loud to people who could hear me, aka the camera people, where I said, I don't really want to be here. I might have told my coworker, okay? I might have told coworker A or B. Thank you, Bernice, for becoming a member. I might have told coworker A or B, but I ain't say it out loud so that the management can hear it on tape later, okay? But anyway, she wants to go on tour, and she was on the Dungeon tour. If y'all done seen that, okay? And we learned that she wants to be a dancer for Beyonce. Brandon wants to date her, okay? And when asked if he's worried about the manager dating an employee, he's like, no. But cue the camera people and the editors, and they say, does it matter? Let's take a look at how Kandi and Todd got together. And then we get a flashback from Real Housewives of Atlanta when Kandi first met Todd and how he worked for production. So Brandon is like, I mean, if it worked for management, it'll work for me. Anyway, Keisha, just hit the join button down below on the video. Yes, just hit the down. You a thug, pretty Lisa, for telling your manager. Let me tell you that you a G for that. Anyway, at the end of the day, Brandon tries to kiss her, okay? And Dominique puts up the hand and is like, not today, okay? You're going to keep your lips over there to yourself today. I'm not that easy. She says she don't believe in kissing on the first date. And let me tell you something. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, okay? I'm not mad at it because I just feel like, you know, I like how she trying to do it. She said, you're not gonna be putting your lips on me on the first date. I don't move like that. I'm a lady, okay? And you're gonna respect me as such. I'm not mad at it. Set some boundaries, Dominique. Set some boundaries, all right? And more people would, probably do better to set some boundaries as well. But I will tell you, if the first date is good, oh yes, we kissing, okay? We doing all the kissing on the first date if it's good, and I like you. I ain't gonna lie, because chances are I done probably had a drink. So anyway, TR, what do you think about Philip? In parentheses, in parentheticals, TR wrote a-hole. I'm gonna give you my opinion on Philip in a minute, okay? Trust and believe. I'm gonna give it to y'all in a minute, all right? So don't go nowhere, TR. Hold on to this question, and thank you for that super chat, all right? Now, let me move on. Let me ease on down the road. Okay. Okay, Chrissy, I might just one night stand you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I do feel like, now, let me tell you, back in the day, if I liked you, we weren't gonna do nothing on that first date. Okay. We might kiss. If I really liked you, we was gonna wait, okay? Because I just need to make sure, I wanna because sometimes people be like, I feel like sometimes when you do it on the first date, you be like, well, that was fun. It's time to move on. You know what I'm saying? But then when you wait a while, you got the anticipation of how it's gonna feel. But I understand what you're saying, Christy, because I mean, it could happen. It could happen. It could happen. We grown. You know how it is. We know how it is. I mean, who don't? Okay. Anyway, is it Dom Unique? Am I pronouncing it wrong? Is it Dom Unique? Because that's what it's about to be henceforth and forevermore. Because I like that better. Okay. Hey Vanessa, just press the join button right below the video. Okay. Oh, we got another one. Hold on. This is unrelated to the show, but on Friday night I was in the club until the lights came on, and all I could hear was Richie voice saying, "You should never be somewhere when the lights come on." Can I touch on that for a second? You right. Y'all don't ever stay at the club until the lights come on. You need to be gone before the end, okay? Let these folks miss you. Be like a thief in the night. Get out of there. Well, if you know the club closed at 1:30, you get out at 1, okay? Don't be there when them lights come on, because chances are, hey, you've been shaking and busting it down or something like that on the dance floor. Y'all know how we look when we sweating, okay? And you know how you look when you intoxicated. Get out, okay? Get out and let the people remember you how you looked in the dark, okay? And then when they see you again, next time they see you, you fresh. You fresh to death, okay? That's just one reason, all right? Mark, you can click the link, click the join button down below, or click the link in the description of this video, okay? Y'all say it's Dom Unique, okay? Dom Unique. Thank you so much, Kiani. Thank you so much, boo. Dom Unique, because y'all gonna get that emphasis on this unique now. Thank you, Leandra, for becoming a member. Thank you, Omar. I appreciate you. All right. Okay. Bonita says, if you on the phone, you have to close the chat and the join button is there. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. All right. Anyway, she ain't kissing that man on the first date. She know better. All right. So then we see Tauren, who is the event planner. Thank you so much, Shamar, for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Tauren, you guys may recall, is the event planner. Okay. Now, he's invited Dom Unique and Chandrika over to his apartment, okay, his house, his abode, his dwelling. Now, they are not impressed with the charcuterie board that he has gotten on display for them, okay? Because he's an event planner. And it looked like he'd be throwing the events, but he said, I'm not wasting my money and time on y'all. Y'all gonna get the vegetables I had in the refrigerator and some cheese, okay? Some piece of these Velvetas and cheddar, all right? And you know why? Because he said he didn't even get paid from that last event. So I'm not going to use my hard-earned money that I'd have made at other events to feed y'all when I didn't get paid at the last event from Kandi and Tauren. That's what he said, not me. I didn't say it. He said it, okay? Hey, Miss G. Carter. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. He said, I'm not spending no money on y'all. Y'all not going to get these coins today, okay? Production, if y'all want a charcuterie board, you put it over here yourself, okay? Because I'm not going to do it. Anyway, he said he did not get paid for the event the other day. Hey, Tish P, thank you so much. But we learned that Don Juan wants him to come back to the work at the OLG. But Chandrika is like, well, I think you need to meet Philip first, okay? Before you even before you try to come on back here, and click that link down in the join button right below the video. Now, Okay. And we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. Trust and believe. Um. Well, and then they get into who Dom Unique is dating. Now, apparently, from the event from the week before, when Dom Unique was drunk, she was doing the gazing eyes at Brandon, and Chandrika saw it. Okay, and Chandrika says, "Well, honestly, because Dom Unique not trying to tell them who she dated, who she into." And Chandrika is like, well, everybody then dated somebody at OLG. And I was like, now let me find out. Now, this is definitely now that whether okay, now I don't know if y'all done seen Vanderpump Rules. I ain't seen it since season 1. But what I do know from that show is that the folks who dating everybody. Now, it sounds like the same thing going down to the OLG, okay? But it seemed like you can't date but half the people that work there because half the people that work there are family. So you got to just date the other half, okay? Thank you, Siobhan. I appreciate that for you becoming a member, okay? Now, and then she even says, and even Tauren, you done got with somebody too. And I was like, everybody's business in the street on this show. Who Tauren dated? We gonna find out in a minute, okay? Anyway, over to Aunt Bertha's house. Melvin stops by because that's his grandma. Hey, thank you, Eric. I appreciate you, boo. Melvin stops by because that's his grandmama, and Kandi calls. Now we learned from Todd that she paid for Melvin's culinary school. I'm not mad at it. Invest in your future employees. Okay, that's what I call that. I mean, Kandi's smart. I'm gonna pay for you to go to culinary school, but you're gonna come over here and do this cooking. Okay, how about that? So anyway, apparently Aunt Nora and Kim, who is Aunt Bertha's daughter, was got into it because Mama Joyce had then cussed Kim out. We learned later that that Mama Joyce cussed Kim out because Kim, when she left OLG, she said, anybody want to come with me? We all gonna walk out of this B, okay? Now, I don't know why Kandi would want Kim to come back to work after she tried to stage a coup, okay? But Sean says, I love the ghetto-tivity of this show. Thank you, boo. Tish P said, tell Todd to invest in the generator, okay? Oh, we got to talk about that generator thing, too. Thank you for that super chat. So anyway, Kandi wants to bring everybody together for a Ponderosa, okay? And she wants to get everybody back on one accord because she really wants Kim to come back to work at OLG. I still don't understand that. Kandi, why do you want her to come back to the OLG after she done tried to stage the coup and had the people leave out the door behind her? What if it was customers in there that day and all the staff left? She was trying to stage a mutiny in your restaurant. You want to hire her back? Why? Why? I don't understand it. Okay. Hey, Rhonda, I see you. Thank you, boo. Now, we get a confessional moment, and that's when we learn that Mama Joyce didn't like that Kim was trying to take other staff with her to leave the joint. Okay. Hey, Lexi, I appreciate you. And so we switch scenes now. Brian shows up for his first day at work. Now, y'all remember Brian got the curls on the top of his head, okay? He got the curls. That's what I want y'all to remember. That's how we know who Brian is, okay? Everybody at the OLG loves Brian, except for Philip, okay? Philip is introduced to Brian and needs him to focus. Brian is used to working the whole setup of the place, but Philip is like, no, you're going to be in the basement today. Okay. And, Philip wants to know why Brian has come back. And Brian is like, well, the changes. Now, for those of you guys who are new, Philip is the new general manager who is hardcore. Okay. And Brian says, well, I'm back because of the changes. And Philip is like, you mean like me being in charge and all the charges I made? And Brian is like, not really. You know what? I like that Philip wants to come in and take charge because I feel like take charge where necessary. Put somebody like Chandrika to work. Okay. Put her to work. But somebody that you don't even know, like a Brian, you don't even really know him. Okay. He wasn't even there when you first came in the door. And when Kandi and them be bringing in these new people because they want them back, talking to them all kinds of ways like that, and then saying, "Oh, well, you talking about the changes I made that I made." It's like, brother, comment on down, okay? Comment on down, because these people don't even know if you're gonna last. All right, based on what we be hearing, okay? Um, but Philip is a necessary person to get these things back to moving. But sometimes he be doing a little too much for me. Okay. Especially when it came to the situation with Tauren. But I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Anyway, Philip wants to know where Brian's mental is going. And Brian is like, well, I don't even know where my mental is going. I barely know. I just show up. Philip wants to get him back on track, and we learned that Brian is going to be serving instead of behind the bar because during the quarantine he realized that he was drinking a bit too much. Okay, which I thought was an interesting reveal to me. And Kandi did yesterday say that a lot of the people on this show would be going deep, and I appreciate that. I really definitely appreciate that. All right. Hey, Lexi. Thank you, boo. Um, So next, we learned that Chandrika wants to get everybody to go out, and Philip walks by as they talking about it, and he says that he's not going to go out to dinner or to drinks with them because it would be unprofessional. To a certain degree, I do understand what he's saying with that because I do feel like sometimes when you be in a management position, it's very difficult sometimes to fraternize with the people that are working under you. But at the same time, I'd be feeling like it wouldn't hurt him to get to know them a bit better because I feel like when you know people a bit better, sometimes you can manage them a bit. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Now, what I'm gonna say next is it might be a little bit controversial. I already know this, okay? So, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I feel like I'm gonna give you my real thoughts versus being in any way, shape, or form politically correct. So y'all just bear with me as I say this, okay? In the next scene, we meet Philip's boyfriend, Felipe. So it's Philip and the Felipe. We learn some backstory about Philip that he lost his mother a year ago, and he and the Felipe are long distance lovers, okay? And we also learned that at some point, Philip wants his own restaurant, okay? So let me say this, and I'm going to be for real. Thank you so much, Tiff. I appreciate you. I kind of wish that they had saved this reveal about Philip until like episode 6, okay? Because I just feel like I would have rather been ambiguous about who Philip is for a few more episodes, right? I will say that I appreciated this scene because it showed a softer side of Philip, but I think it would have been better played if they had waited a few episodes for this reveal, because I had no clue about his sexuality at all, okay? In any way, shape, or form. I had no idea at all. So it was interesting to me to see Philip as just Philip without knowing any of his backstory, because we don't see a lot of his type of personality on reality TV shows. Someone who is very militant, who kind of comes in and, is no nonsense and just like a no BS type of person. But now that I know more about him, no, I don't wish he had hit it. No, 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 no. That's not it. It was like, for those of you guys who have seen the Medea movie, right? If you've seen Medea, I kind of wanted it to be a reveal that kind of was like a little bit of a twist that was thrown in there. That's all I'm saying. I don't want him to hide it or nothing like that. I don't think nobody should be in the closet. Don't even get me started on that, because if you know who I am, then you already know that ain't what I'm saying. I was just thinking in terms of, as a producer, I would have saved it for a more, like, made it into like a bigger moment. That's it. That's it. Okay. That is it. Because now I just look at him like, oh, he just got a chip on his shoulder. Oh, he got attitude with everybody. I don't know. It's just me. It's a me thing. Okay. I did not know, and I'm gay. Okay, so let me just put it out there like that. I didn't know that the man was. I just thought he was the general manager who ain't like nobody. Okay. I just think that if they had saved it, it would have been a nice little twist on it. Again, like the Medea movie. And when I say like the Medea movie, I'm talking about a different twist than what you think I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that ain't seen the movie, but I'm talking about the twist, which was not the twist that you was thinking about. Does that make sense? I don't know how I didn't know. I just didn't know. I didn't. See, I didn't see the speak on it. I haven't seen that speak on it. So I did not know. But again, when I talk about the twist in Medea, I'm just trying not to spoil it. But there's a bigger twist than what you think I'm talking about. Okay. And so I kind of was hoping, from a production standpoint, I was like, oh man, if they had saved this for like episode 6, that would have like this would have flipped me on my head right there. Okay. I didn't know. I really didn't know. Okay. So anyway, I digress. Okay. I digress. I ain't see the speak on it. I don't have no problem with him being gay. That's not it at all. And if you know me, you know why. I know why I say that. But I'm just saying, I was like, ooh, they could have saved this for a moment, because I did not know he was gay. That's it. Anyway, but again, I think that one of the reasons why they might have shown that is because his interactions with Felipe softened him so much. Like he didn't seem like he had the same chip on his shoulder. We learned about his mom. It was a scene that I think was meant to show us a different side of him. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so the group goes out to dinner. It's right below the video, boo. The group goes out to dinner. It's Dom, Unique, Chandrika, Tauren, Brian, and we learn from Brian that him and Tauren have had a little tug and pull, okay? a little tug and pull with each other. So earlier, when Chandrika has said that everybody then been with somebody at the OLG, even Tauren, now we know that it was Tauren and Brian that did the tug and the pulling, okay? Tugging and a pulling, okay? However that worked, that's what they did, according to Brian. And Brian says that he was tugging on a big thing or something like that, okay? Tugging on a big thing. So anyway, Brandon shows up and Chandrika maneuvers everything so that Brandon can go sit beside Dom Unique. Side note, now that I think about it, Tauren, if the Kandi ain't paying you what you feel like you need, based on what the Brian said, you might need to go to the OnlyFans, okay? Now, I ain't trying to, tell you what to do or how to run your life, okay? And he might be saved, sanctified, and filled. But I'm just going to tell you, if you got the people on the show bragging about, things, then maybe you ought to take it over to the OnlyFans because, it sounds like people are already doing the advertising for you. So there's some money for you right there, okay? You got your events going, you got your OnlyFans. And it's very enterprising because, Kandi got multiple businesses going too, okay? She might want to hire you to start advertising for the bedroom Kandi too, okay? Because you can get on the OnlyFans, advertise the bedroom Kandi, and the sales probably might skyrocket. That's all I'm saying. I'm always thinking about business, okay? Always thinking about business. Meanwhile, all right, Patrick arrives, and Patrick is coming. Patrick he arrives, and he's related to Kandi. So when the talk turns to them talking about OLG, okay, Patrick ain't really here for it. And it's really Chandrika who is leading the pack with them talking about A, Philip's management style, and B, saying that they didn't think he was going to last. And Chandrika really says a lot about OLG and why things are falling apart. And then she says she makes less than minimum wage and Family Dollar. Okay. Now, for my own purposes, I don't live in Georgia. Okay. I don't live in Georgia, but I can do the Google research. Okay. Now, based on what I see here for the figures for Georgia, the minimum wage is $7.25. Okay. Now, when I did some further research for the state of Georgia, and I just looked on a Google search and I said, how much do hostesses make in Georgia typically? And it says the average salary for a host or a hostess is $11.35 per hour in Georgia and $47.50 in tips per day. So what it sounds like is that she is telling me is that she make less than $7.25 per hour. How can it be that she makes less than minimum wage and the minimum wage is $7.25? Now, when I saw Kandi's live yesterday, she did say that Chandrika had not told the accurate truth about that. But I feel like if you feel like you're making less than minimum wage, it's probably time for you to get another job. Okay. And, Patrick is not really happy with hearing that at all. Okay. He's not happy Oh, so then she wasn't even correct with her figures if she says she makes $12 and something. But again, the minimum wage is $7.25, and she says she make less than that, right? The minimum wage is $7.25. So either way, if she says she made $12 and Family Dollar's making 17, what I do know is on that live, Kandi said that was incorrect. I could have swore she said she made less than minimum wage. Okay, so we got. Hold on. Somebody says something that they do. Simmons Hunt says, I do employment verifications for my job. Here in Atlanta, Family Dollar tends to be between $9 and $12. Managers make $15 and above. So I'm going to leave that there. Okay. So uh, Shanada says she did say that, but she was assuming that minimum wage is $15. Well, what I will say is this. I feel like this. If you feel like you are not being paid the amount that you feel like you are owed on your job, then it's probably either time that you find yourself another job or you go ask for a raise. But in asking for a raise, that would also require that you show up to work on time, okay? And that you are very proficient at doing your job, okay? LaShawn, just click in the description of the video. There's a link there, and then there's a join button underneath the video. If you're watching on your phone, I think you have to close the chat for a second to see it. All right. Okay. So Patrick is annoyed that they're all talking smack about OLG, and we know that he about to go back and tell Kandi. Okay. So we get over to the intervention over to Kandi's house. All right. And Kandi has invited her aunt Weenie over to be the mediator. Okay. Now, apparently, Weenie must be like, y'all know how in those Tyler Perry movies, Cicely Tyson would always have that role of the matriarch of the family that would talk some sense into everybody, and she would give you a monologue for your life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's maybe Aunt Weenie's role on the show. Okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me put this up here for a second. So we get to the intervention, and Kim, who I somewhat wish we had been given even more of an introduction to, she arrives, everybody gets there, and it's really Kim versus Aunt Nora and Mama Joyce, because Kim is Aunt Bertha's daughter. Kim doesn't feel comfortable because the last time she spoke to Mama Joyce, she was cursing and brings out some phone receipts, but she had to do all this scrolling to find. Now, I don't know what these receipts were supposed to be, but the way she was scrolling through that phone, I was like, there's no way you're going to find a receipt like that. You can't find a specific receipt when you scrolling through the phone like this. You got to be a little bit more careful, or You got to screenshot the receipt so that it's in your recent photographs so you can pull them up with ease, okay? Or do like the other people do, okay? When they show up to the reunions and print it out on some paper. You know what I'm saying? Print it out on some paper like this so you can read the receipts verbatim, okay? Because what you're doing right now, Miss Kim, is not working because you can't even pull it up, okay? You can't even pull it up. Now, Kim says that she left because Mama Joyce said that it was her kitchen, okay? It was her kitchen, all right? Thank you, Candace, for joining. Appreciate you. And Mama Joyce get to going off. Kim says she didn't try to get anybody to leave with her that day, but now Kim also has an issue with Aunt Nora because Aunt Nora is nodding her head like she was there, okay, and doing all this over in the corner like she was there, and she wasn't even there. And so she lets Aunt Nora know, you over there acting, nodding your head and shaking things up like you was in the building and you weren't even there that day. Aunt Nora's like, what you want to do? Okay. She ready to throw down, and Aunt Nora is like, I'll throw you down like I did before. And I'm like, now wait a minute. Y'all done fought before. Details, please. Details. All right. Give me the details because I want to know that. Because we learned from Kandi that Aunt Nora used to fight back in the day. Okay. She used to lay hands, and we ain't talking about it in the way that the pastor does. All right. Simply Shamar says, Mama Joyce reminded me of how she kept saying to Phaedra how the man was going to come and blow her. Let me tell you something. This gave me Mama Joyce about to throw her, what you call them shoes? They ain't no heels, the wedge. That reminded me of how Mama Joyce about to throw that wedge over at Carmen, okay? I've been waiting for this moment. I thought we was going to have to wait all season. If they giving us this moment early, they must have got a lot in store for us on this show, okay? They must have got a lot waiting for us. They ain't saving no reveals for future episodes. They are lighting us up now, okay? They are lighting us up in the beginning. I'm digging this show. Okay. I'm really digging this show. Autumn Fall says, hey, Richie, glad to be back. Missed your commentary. I was sick. Off topic. I was watching Southern Charm. New Orleans is really good. I know that that's a really good show. And I'm so sad that it's not coming back on. They need to bring that back. Bruce says Chandrilla, as Aunt Bertha calls her, knew what she was doing, trying to expose Kandi and Todd publicly because she knew the whole camera was there. She was definitely playing chess, laughing. I don't know if she thought that was going to get her the raise that she won't, okay? Because I would show her the dough, okay? You can get your raise elsewhere, all right? Okay. Aunt Nora knockout. Aunt Nora was about it. She was up out that seat, and Kim then gets up and says, you know what? Go to church. Go to church. Go to church. Is that the insult we using it? That's what I'm telling everybody from now on. Go to church. Y'all write something negative about me in the comments, go to church. You write something negative on my Instagram, go to church. Okay? Go to church. Spend some time with the Lord. Okay? Don't try to come for me. The Hicks World says they're good TV. I hear the scheme that Todd set up. Okay. Baby, I was rolling. Just sending you some love and light. Can we also see your tattoo sleeve on the left hand arm? What? Let me see. Let me show y'all. Thank you, boo. Okay, y'all better hold your mules. Hold your mules. Anyway, for those of you guys who didn't see it, this was the scene as it played out. Okay, Kim then moved to the other side of the room. Kandi's in the middle. Aunt Weenie's right there. Aunt Nora is about to jump over top of Kandi, and Aunt Bertha in the background. Now, see, to me, I don't mean no harm, and I like Miss Aunt Bertha, but I thought that I thought that Miss Aunt Bertha was the one that was about it, but apparently it's Aunt Nora. And Aunt Bertha ain't really do much when Aunt Nora was about to clock Kim, which is her daughter. I was like, Aunt Bertha, where are you? Where are you? You should be over there with your daughter, hands in the air, like touch my daughter. I dare you. I dare you. Put your hands on her if you want to, okay? I know you my sister and everything, but you ain't gonna be touching my daughter like that. But ain't nobody had Kim's back like that. Nobody. Not a one. Nobody had her back. Not even Kandi. Okay. So anyway, Kandi breaks it up. Kim apologizes, for all the chaos that she done caused. And Aunt Bertha, who is Kim's mama, says, I want y'all to hug. And Aunt Nora is like, I'm not hugging her today. Okay? I'm not hugging her. Get on, you better get on out of here with that mess. Aunt Nora is a Jeep, man. Aunt Nora is the business. Aunt Nora is where it's at. Okay? Aunt Nora need her own show. Put Aunt Nora on Housewives, because let me tell you something. That's a show right there. Anyway, Kandi says, Kim, it's probably not a good idea for you to come back to working with us. My bad. I'm like, Kandi, you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. You know they wasn't feeling her. Okay? They was not feeling her. But now we know it's really Aunt Nora and Mama Joyce. They gang. Okay? They are gang. You don't mess with them. Okay? You don't mess with them. All right? But Mama Joyce was like, listen, y'all better get up in here and eat this food that I brought over here. And next thing you know, they all eating. Let me tell you something. That is family right there. It don't matter how much you fuss and fight, but you throw some chicken wings in front of us, and baby, it's a wrap. We done. We done fought. We all good now. Let's eat. All right. Autumn Fall says, quick question, but is it suspect that Philip might like Chandrika? He only talks to her crazy and not everybody else. I mean, I don't know. I think they're gonna go at it a whole lot this season. Autumn Fall says Aunt Nora is part of the Nuck If You Buck era. Okay? Nuck all the way if you buck. Let me tell you something. That was hilarious to me. So anyway, Patrick ends up meeting with Kandi to let her know that Chandrika and Richard has some negative stuff to say about the OLG, about them not getting paid enough. And Kandi says that, well, Chandrika barely shows up to work anyway, and why don't she say that to them? And I was like, you right. Okay. Tauren arrives to meet with Don Juan about the event. Don still has mixed feelings about Tauren because he's like, listen, I don't really like the way he left, because he said, apparently he left because of the pandemic, but the next thing you know, he was out partying the picnic with the people in the panorama. Okay, like it wasn't nothing going on. No mask or nothing like that. No mask. And so Don is like, kind of skeptical or whatever. But Tauren is like, listen, Don, you my brother. Like, let's get on the same page. So then Tauren leaves to go get measurements for the event space. But Philip is there, okay? And Philip wants to talk face to face, not while Tauren is off measuring things. Basically, he's like, come over here and sit down and talk to me to my face right now, because I want to talk even though you got something else that you need to do. Okay? And then Philip tries to tell him, well, this is the chain of command up in here. And I'm at the top, baby. I'm at the top. And he lets Tauren know that Tauren's work there is really contingent on his approval. And Tauren admits, well, I know that how I left here was unprofessional. And Philip lets him know that your entrance today was unprofessional. Okay? And Tauren is like, well, I'm telling you all about me, but I don't know nothing about you and your qualifications. And Philip is like, I don't need to tell you my qualifications. Okay? I already work here. You just trying to come back in the building. I don't even know who let you in here. Why are you here, Ike? Why? Let me tell y'all what I thought about this conversation. It just felt to me, and it feels to me sometimes like Philip is like trying to like overly assert his authority in ways that he does not even need to do. And it just comes across as like, why you being why like you ain't it don't even call for all of that. It doesn't call for all of that. You can be assertive, but you don't have to um be so like nasty with it. Because at the end of the day, I feel like, all that spice, it ain't even required. Like the recipe did not call for all of this jalapeno. Okay. You can save some of that for your tacos, but don't bring it and put it up in the spaghetti. All right. That's how I feel about it. Um, and honestly, I don't blame Tauren for getting kind of like a little buck back at him, because Tauren is like, listen, I'm here from Kandi's mouth. And so if you got a problem with that, you're going to need to take that up with her. And I'm 100% on board exactly with what he said at that moment, because I do feel like he don't owe Philip any explanations about what happened in the past. The only people he owe explanations to about that to is Kandi, Todd, and Don Juan. Anything else, he's simply a rehire. Your job is simply to manage him. It is not anything else. No, and it don't require all of this extra. Hicks World says Philip needs to work at Ruth Chris with that attitude. I've worked in the restaurant industry. Those types of managers are hated. Makes working hard, and there's no need for that to happen. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. I feel like a personality like Philip's is necessary when you have unruly employees. But I also feel like it's not always necessary, because you need to have I feel like the best managers know how to adapt to different situations. And it don't really feel like he's adapting at all to anybody. Okay. Um, Miss Bless says food is the bell to your corner. Yup, food is like, get okay, everybody back in your corners. The OLG would give you the business. Yup. So I don't know. Um I just feel like it don't require everything that he's giving. And at the end of the day, it was kind of mean, you know? Yeah, I mean, again, I like Philip. I like his character. I feel like he's a different type of character than we've seen on reality TV in a very long time. And so I appreciate him coming in and wanting to set the groundwork for the place to be successful. But you don't have to steamroll everybody to do it. You know what I'm saying? I do. Let me tell you the things that I like about this show. I feel like this show is family friendly. I feel like it's family oriented. I do feel like it is very diverse. I appreciate the diversity. I know some people may, not agree with what I said about letting us know about Philip until later, but I really say that because I think as a producer, I feel like I wanted to get more of his militant personality before I got the softer side of him, because I feel like that softer side could have been like, oh snap, he's not as like mean as we all think he is. Like, and this is how we can access that softer side of him. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes seeing people in their relationships brings out a side of them that we don't see at work. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say about that. Um, the generator. Let me talk to you guys about that real quick. So, last week we went off about that generator, and I'm still going off about it. But what we did find out from Don and Kandi yesterday in their live before they talked about before the show went on, they did say that there's a pretty cumbersome process to getting a generator, and that no other restaurants on that particular block or street, I guess, have generators, and that everyone else just kind of deals with it. But to me, I'm just going to be honest with you. I would still say that I would be trying to lead the charge to get a generator, because at the end of the day, that could be an edge that they have over their competitors, that when the power goes out in every other spot, their power is still on. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, listen, I don't care if the block is too hot and the power goes out. We still got power down here at the OLG. So you know you can always come down here and get yourself a chicken wing and some deviled eggs or whatever the case may be. I would definitely invest in that generator. I would fill out every last piece of paperwork that I needed to fill it out with the city and have that junk installed ASAPidly. Okay? Bottom line. Okay? Now, anyway, that's my review. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. What was I about to tell y'all real quick? Before y'all go, don't leave yet. Don't be trying to leave. Y'all be trying to leave. Don't be trying to leave. Yeah, I ain't done yet. I ain't done yet. I ain't done yet. I ain't done yet. I got one more thing to say. We're going live at 2 p.m. to talk Salt Lake City. Be sure to tune in for that. And then I have another video coming on the backup channel as well. I'm just waiting for that visual to load. And this will be the next video that comes out on the backup channel. It's, y'all won't believe what's happening. Anyway, so we will catch you guys in the next video.